pleasure of commentating on his professional debut in Sheffield last year. It's a very much part of the family as he gets ready to put on a display in front of the home crowd.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 23, which is a light welterweight contest scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes. And introducing your boxers. Firstly, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the all red with white trim, and representing the Czech Republic, give it up for Erik Suchy. And across the ring, his opponent, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the all blue with white trim, and representing England, give it up for Joe Tyers. Your referee at the bell, representing Germany, Ms. Susan Kopke.
Well, alongside me for commentary this evening, we've got Patrick Brown, 2 times elite national champion from my neck of the woods, I'm glad to say, a fellow Mancunian. So you're in good hands here today. His boxes out of Moss Side Fire Station with, of course, Nigel Travis. We'll talk a little bit more about how you're doing and how things are ahead of your opening bout tomorrow, Pat, but let's get this one underway. And you're expecting a pretty interesting contest here.
Yeah, definitely, Stacey. It's nice to talk by yourself from Manchester, and this contest tonight is it's an important one for Joe, and if he sticks to the game plan, I believe he should get through it.
He talked in an interview recently in the build-up to this competition, saying about he does feel the pressure all of the time, as all the boxers will, because it's that, you know, you're chasing that one dream for a minimum of 4 years in most cases, aren't you? And everything rides on opportunities like this, because even getting selected to go to the qualifying tournament is difficult when you're in a very competitive nation such as GB. Do you feel that pressure?
Definitely, for sure, especially when you're on top of your game and you're the one to get off the top shelf. Everyone's coming for you, so you do feel that extra pressure. And I know Joey is at the top, and at the moment he's looking sharp, and if he keeps it up, he's going to be doing well.
Made a good start here, but he's in with
he keeps getting
very capable opponent in Erik Suchy,
yeah.
Man from the Czech Republic in red. Joe Tyers, of course, the Englishman in blue.
Like to see Joe speed his footwork in and out, because when he does, he gets success.
The next opportunity for boxers to qualify will be next month in Italy, so in many cases this is their chance to send a message to the coaches to ensure that their name is on the roster for that one, because that's their opportunity to qualify. So really important for them to perform well. A lovely backhand there from Joe Tyers, and he did well as well, like, not only did he land really nice defensive manoeuvre to slip away after that as well. Looks like he's starting to adjust his feet just enough, Pat, to get that range and distance.
Yeah, Joe takes a while to get into the fight, but when he gets into his groove, he's a very hard opponent to face. And as you can see, he's weaving in and out now with that right hand, and it's showing success.
Just under a minute left of this one. It looks like Joe Tyers has really started to find his range in the last few exchanges. He's having the better of them as a result.
Like to see Joe stab the body
really
a lot more.
Working well now, isn't it?
Yeah, he's really good at stabbing the body and then throwing a right over the top.
It was a good start for the man from the Czech Republic in red, Erik Suchy, but Joe Tyers.
Oh, great shot there to end the round by Joe.
That can be the difference. If it was tight for the judges, that could sway it in Tyers' favour. He has talked about the pressures of trying to secure qualification. Talked about how the Olympics can change your life, which indeed it can, and has every intention to turn pro after this Olympic cycle. As I say, his brother's boxer, commentated on his brother Jimmy Tyers' pro debut last year, also a very skillful boxer. He said there was always loads of rivalry between them. They'd be sparring all the time around the house, and he fought out in Hungary at the beginning of last year, lost on a split decision to the Ukrainian opponent, has just continued to improve since then, and hopefully the timing's right for him where he can really excel at this tournament and stake his claim for selection.
Definitely, Stacey. Yeah, he's 100% got boxing in his blood, and that competitiveness from his brothers, it follows through in training, because I know he always challenges me, even though I'm a lot heavier than him. He always comes for me. Joe does, whether it's on the track or in the ring.
Round 2.
Well, hopefully some of that of challenging the big lads like yourself, Pat, has paid off from here. There's that stab to the body that you talked about. Nice and sharp. Seems to me he's got the measure of the Czech Republic fighter. He's still shipping a couple of shots because he's handy and capable, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Erik Suchy, but it does seem that towards the back end of the first round, he was beginning to just judge that distance and timing a bit more effectively. Let's see if he can continue that now and build upon it in the second round. Nice sharp jab.
Oh, great shot again by Joe with that right hand.
That was a lovely 1-2 from Tyers. Right down the pipe, landed nice and clean. Just maintaining his composure now. Just needs to stay switched on as well, Pat. Sometimes he's landing nice, but then if he holds his feet, he's just getting caught by Suchy, isn't he? At the end of the exchange.
As he comes out, yeah, he gets caught.
He's throwing that looping backhand, Suchy. Just needs to be aware of that. Just needs to be a little bit cute defensively, because his work going forward has been really accurate and well timed. Just doesn't want to take anything in return, which has managed to evade that in these last couple of exchanges.
Good body shot as his opponent was coming into him there.
On his toes now, Tyers. Nice work. Both of those jabs landing crisp and clean. Minute and a half left to go in this second round. Scheduled for 3 threes, of course. Olympic style boxing. No head guards for the men. Good work from Tyers, just getting tied up.
Like to see Joe use that movement that he's just done there and bait his opponent into him.
Plenty of support here, and makes a big difference, Pat, being able to box at home. It's not something that you get to do very often, is it, as a GB boxer?
Definitely not, no, I don't think. Shot
lovely
there by
backhand
Joe.
again
Wow.
from Joe Tyers, perfectly timed. Caught the Czech fighter as he was coming in. Intelligent boxing from Joe Tyers, this. And this is what you want to see, where they can have an opponent in front of them that brings something different, and having to work out how they can just find those little gaps to penetrate that guard.
Another right hand over the top.
Well-timed backhand from Tyers. And those can make all the difference.
And it always seems to be at the end, Stacey,
Pat, those big shots can be the difference, can't they?
Definitely. And he's doing it at the right time.
Another well-timed backhand. He's landing those almost every time at will now. This is great work from Joe Tyers. Last few seconds of the second round.
Oh, nearly.
Takes a good shot from the Czech fighter, but replies with one of his own. I feel that was a good round for Joe Tyers. We'll see what the judges made of it.
Yes, I agree, Stacey. That right hand was really good once again in the second round.
What difference does it make then, being able to fight on home turf, where you've not got the travel logistics of it, you've got the home support, it's familiar surroundings? Yeah,
it definitely makes a difference. Obviously you've got the extra pressure from your family and friends coming to support you, but as you know, and as everyone else knows, pressure creates diamonds. In terms of managing your weight, you're eating your own food, you're in your own comfort, so it does definitely play a part.
We've seen in the replay some of that lovely work from Joe Tyers. He's mixing up his shots really well, Pat, but that backhand is just, when it's landing, it's really eye-catching, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
And it also, what it does as well as being an eye-catching point for the judges to notice, it also means that the Czech fighter isn't able to set himself. It's putting him out of his momentum, taking him out of his rhythm. Equally important as well.
100%.
Third and last round.
He had back-to-back victories against the same opponent, Vladimir Trakal, in October and December last year, Suchy. Prior to that, Party fought in May, where he lost to the Austrian fighter Tanko, so not necessarily had the best preparation to go into a tournament like this with only 3 fights months apart, but he's equipped himself really well. Certainly doesn't seem to be struggling in terms of gas, because this is being fought at a frenetic pace, isn't it?
It definitely has, yeah. The pace has been high. Joe's staying in there. He seems very relaxed still, which is good in the last round. Good left hook again by Joe.
If he can find the range and the timing for that backhand again, then that really, no doubt, there it is again.
Good jab on the way in as well.
He's timing it in such a way that he's allowing the Czech fighter just to take that little step in, and he's just catching him as he comes in.
And the good thing is about Joe is he can box, but he also can fight if he ever needs to.
That's why it's so forceful, because that backhand is being met with an incoming fighter sort of stepping in as he catches him at the same time. It's almost double the force.
Oops, and down he goes.
Tangle. The crowd really getting up for this one now. They know that it could, you don't want to leave anything to chance. You want to just make sure you score as many points as possible. Shots landed on those target areas just to make sure leave no doubt in the mind of the judges. The crowd on the feet now, shouting. Lovely backhand again from Joe Tyers. Just over a minute left in this final round.
He's showing higher volume of punches than his opponent this round, Joe, which is good to finish the round. That jab's working wonders.
Just allowed him to set up that backhand. He's able to get his shots off before both boxers became tangled. Got some great support here, Joe Tyers. Really vocal, getting behind him. Exciting fight for the fans to enjoy as well, because it has been competitive, Pat.
Definitely has been competitive, Stacey. Yeah, they're both going back and forth, and
those backhands of Joe Tyers, though, I mean, there's plenty that he's done really well, and plenty that he's done better than the Czech fighter, I would say. But that backhand, really effective. Lovely work to the body as well from Tyers. Erik Suchy doing everything he can, throwing everything at him in these closing stages. There goes the clackers. Both men will be seeking to land those final shots, just to leave that impression on the minds of the judges in this final round. Well, we were hoping that we'd have a great evening session of boxing to match the morning, and if that's anything to go by, we're in for a real treat, because that was a cracker, Pat. Yeah,
it was a great fight there. I really loved the right hands from Joe, like we were saying, and some of his body shots in that last round, they were really piercing. All credit to his opponent though. He had an engine on him, and he was always throwing shots, and he was always in the fight and giving Joe trouble here and there as he was coming in.
Well, of course, we don't know what the judges will have decided, and as I keep reiterating, it's different when you're watching as a fan, and it's different when you're calling it from ringside, as Pat and I are. When you're a judge, you're looking for something entirely different. So let's see.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 23, please show your appreciation for both boxers. So, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. We are officials at ringside. Score a split decision in favour of your winner, and boxing out of the blue corner, it's Joe Tyers.
Well deserved in our opinion, Pat, because we felt he'd done the better work. Particularly, we enjoyed those backhands that when he timed them, they were so accurate, so sharp, and so eye-catching, but superior in every department there, Joe Tyers, and he'll be really pleased to get his campaign at this World Boxing Cup underway with a win, as he strives towards his dream of being selected for the qualification tournament for the Olympics next month in Italy. Plenty on the way though. Really tough category, the men's light welter at GB, 63.5 kilos. We're going to see 2 more England fighters in that category, Patrice and Huey, in a couple of fights time, but we've got Mongolia and Sweden up next as we enjoy some of the replay of that fantastic action from our opening bout, and a great win for the man from Darlington, Joe Tyers.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.